Hello there, Serum17 once again. This is my Evil Within 2. No upgrades, no keys, no damage, nightmare difficulty, walkthrough. This is Chapter 8, it's called Premiere. Or if you're American, it's called Premiere, for some strange reason. But regardless, it is the boss fight against Stefano. And it's an interesting mission because you have the crazy Beetlejuice opening section, then you have the first phase, and then you have the second phase. And the fight itself couldn't be more simple. The only real difficulty you're going to have is that he takes an incredible amount of punishment. And I recommend not using the shotgun that's on my back, but using the shotgun that is the sawn-off, because it is just better and it does more damage from up close. The strategy is dead simple. We're going to bait the move we want, we're going to wait for him to be vulnerable, and then we're going to shoot him in the head from up close. That's pretty much going to be the opening strategy. The second phase, we're going to be utilising the crossbow to hit him at a distance and hit him in the head, because it does a lot of damage. It does the most damage we can pretty much do, outside of maybe explosive bolts. And I'm also going to hit him with an axe, which I've been saving, because I like saving axes for bosses that don't seem to get too much damage from the axe, which is really unfortunate. Because I was hoping that by smacking him with the axe, it would end the first phase immediately. And if I'd have designed the game, that's exactly what it would do. But I believe that you'll probably need upgrades for that to be the case. Anyhow, look around this area if you want to. There might be something to pick up. I don't think I found too much just then. And then we can get on with the first introduction. So there's going to be a wonderful section just then where everything explodes and everybody's heads turned into some wonderful gore confetti. It's like just this room filled with fountains of human suffering. It's very interesting, very dark. And then we come here, and for some reason the white and black of the stairs really reminds me of Beetlejuice's suit. So this entire sequence just is full-on Beetlejuice for me. And it's one of those really weird, Scarecrow-esque kind of stealth moments where you have to move around an environment, and if the eye sees you, it's an instant fail status. So don't let it see you. There's only two sections that will get you caught out here. The first one is an area where you have to crouch. If you don't realise and you run into the wall and then you hesitate, you're probably going to die. And then the second one is you can be behind a lip, hidden, completely hidden, and then the light still sees you. And you're on a lower floor, there is enough cover above you so that it shouldn't be able to see you, but it can totally see you. And I have no idea why that's the case, but I didn't make the game. So, do you see this ledge coming up? Do you see how the ledge down there is completely in shadow? And I'm going to press up against it in a moment. So you see this? See how when I'm here, it can't see me? Well, there's an area just like that coming up where it can see you. And it's only the corner of it that's technically in shadow. I'm not entirely sure that's how light works, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. So be very careful, because if you stood in the blue light and it sees you, instant death. And you can be way more aggressive than I'm being here, guys. I just play these bits really tentative because I don't want to die. So I wait, I double check, I make sure, and then I go. So as soon as it sweeps away, straight into cover. Forgetting what button cover is because I'm nervous. And then it's wait for it again, wait for it to leave, wait for it, and then sprint again. And I go for the double one here. And I don't know how I didn't die just then, but it just goes to show, if you wanted to do it faster, that's a pretty fast technique, and it works. Okay, so we're looking at the eye, waiting more, pushing forward. And here is, I think, the checkpoint. You get a checkpoint on this part. My preview window starts chopping up, which is wonderful. I love watching video games in one frame every 7 seconds. So this is the second and final segment. And this is the most difficult one, because this is the one where we're going to have to do the crouch. So you're going to wait for the sweeping of the light to move away. You're going to run directly towards that area where there's the tier above us, and then you crouch, you get past it, and then this is very important. Run all the way to the end here to make sure that you're definitely inside of the shadow. I still think that the shadow there is kind of bullshitty, but, you know, I didn't make the game. But all considered, it works really well. Like, this section right now, it could have easily punished me just then. It could have easily killed me, because technically I was still in the light, but it seems like you have to have your full body in it for it to be a death sentence, and I feel like that is way more generous than a lot of games would have been, so I can't help but commend them for that. That's really, really fair design. And now that that sequence is done, we can fight Stefano. So once we open this doorway, it's going to transition into the boss fight. And that's not even true. What am I talking about? We have a safe room that enables you to get kitted up. So if you're a little bit low on anything or you've used a bit too much, feel free to rebuild, to replenish, and get ready for a boss. This is one of the areas where if you want to make sure everything is full, you don't have to worry about, picking shit up, because it's a boss fight, you're going to use a lot of stuff. So this is one of those moments where you can definitely do that. But through that door that you just saw, the new door, is the shooting gallery. And in the shooting gallery, you can get a ton of really good rewards if you're good at it. And doing it on mouse and keyboard, a little bit different than console, guys. You can fucking wreck that place. So you can get a lot of really good loot really quickly. But I'm not going to be doing it in this run at all, because it's meant to be a challenge run. It's meant to be difficult. And if I can do it under these strict stipulations, you can do it under your own, and you can get your trophy, or your achievement, or your Steam achievement, or your sense of gratification, not gratitude, I don't know why I said that. But anyway, back out of the mirror, dwell in Clair de Lune. There's a lovely curtain clipping there through the desk, or through the counter, and then we can push on now as the music gets very excited right now, very tense, and I'm going to put the shotgun on. And I've got the good shotgun on at the moment, and I'm going to swap to the other shotgun because I'm silly. Because I thought the other shotgun would be better. Don't do it, Chris. Don't do it. Keep the sawn off on. Keep it on. Please don't. Oh. To be young, eh, boys? Some of this stuff is not the most responsive either. It kind of pisses me off, not going to lie. So what will happen, guys, if you equip the alternate versions, if you don't put them in the shortcuts, every time you die, it will keep putting on the older versions of the guns. So you have to make sure you put them in the shortcuts, because if you don't, it'll just keep frustrating you. I kept changing the gun, and it kept going back to the old gun every time I died, and it was getting really frustrating. So just update your shortcuts, and that won't happen. But here is another one of those moments where there's nothing really to do, there's nothing that can hurt you. It's just building tension, building the drama, so that we can finally get to the boss and finally take him out and feel validation. So over here is some shotgun shells, I believe. Or is that a health pack? Probably a health pack just to screw me. My preview window's having issues, guys, so I do apologise if I miss anything important. Every single video so far has been fine. This is the shortest video on here by a large margin, and this one's fucking up. If that isn't just technology and the ghost in the machine being a knobhead, I don't know what is. But this is the doorway that triggers the fight, and then I can start describing the animations that you need to watch out for. So, he can teleport around the room. He says, I'm coming for you, which means he's going to do his melee attack. So if you run past him, he will do 1 slash in the first phase. In the second phase, he'll do 2. And after that, he has massive recovery animations where you can shoot him in the head. This means he's throwing his knife. The knife throw is incredibly good at tracking. You can usually strafe out the way of it, but if you can't, put a wall between you and him, and it will miss you. And then you can use the opportunity of his recovery to shoot him in the head. This is him taking the camera. This is one of those moves that's kind of annoying because it can hit you even though you're nowhere near it. He freezes a massive area of effect, so the best way to dodge that is sprint out of it. That is some kind of weird taunt. What does he do? The music's fantastic as well. So here he comes again. Run past him, swing, shoot him in the face. He'll teleport away. You can either reload or you can wait, see what he does. So now when he says avoid this, he's going to throw the knife, wait for it, put something between you and him or strafe, punish the knife throw. If you have a rifle, you can shoot him in the head after that. This is going to be the camera, so I'm just going to sprint. You can hear the beeping, that tells you he's going to do it, nice and simple, and we got out of the way of it that time. So that's him taunting. I'm coming for you, run past him, shoot him in the face. There that goes, big hit. Use the sawn off, way better than this gun. You cannot hide from me, same thing, just different sound quip. Run past him, shoot him in the face. That's him getting pissed off, and he's actually stood around the world when he does that, so you can shoot him if you can see him. But is he going to come close again? Oh, he's going to throw the knife. Watch this. Look at that. Do not shoot him while he's doing that, because he has a program to teleport, and he still throws the knife. Very dangerous, but I didn't know that. So there's the blast to the head, and that's the end of the first phase. So the second phase, you want to run all the way over here, but be very careful. If the eye decides to do the furthest tentacle, it'll kill you instantly with my HP. It did it to me once on my first run on this, and wait for him to spawn, shoot him in the head. He will always come for you now, and he'll teleport a bunch. 1 hit, 2 hit, shoot him in the head. When he's done that, if you wait a little bit, he'll be just over here, and he'll be taunting, and you can shoot him in the head. But I was a little bit slow then, and now he's going to do the Philistine move. So, this is the teleporting knife throw. Same logic again. Wherever he stops, put a wall between you and him, and then you can shoot him because it's got delay. Right now, put your shotgun on. Whenever he goes Philistine, he's going to rush at you, and it's a grab. So you can dodge it, and it still grabs you, and it's utter bullshit. Do not get hit by it. And also, use the sawn off. Way better for this. Here comes the teleporting dagger throw. Wait for him to stop, then put a wall between you and him, and then shoot him in the face. I think that hit the square though, so be careful of that. That's really unfortunate, because that was a waste. Here's the double slash. Shoot him in the face. And here is him doing the double slash again, and he misjudged the distance terribly. And he's going to probably do Philistine. Wait for it. Shoot him. So that's him getting all pissed off. And now, when he says that, it means the tentacles are going to hit again. So if you stand over here, and you hug this left wall, and do not move forward, you will not get touched by any of the slams, or any of the drags as the slams end. You can line up a shot here, but he's not there this time. And you need to be careful, because when it drags itself, it can knock you over. Oh, he was there! My bad. So that would probably have been the end of the fight if I'd have hit that. Instead, that was. And it looks really easy, doesn't it? Very simple. Use your sniper rifle, use your shotgun, piece of piss. But he takes a lot of damage because your weapons just aren't strong enough. Follow the video, use the strategies, have success. Classic mode will be crushed in no time at all, right guys? Thank you for watching. You take care now.